asking me to set my graphics settings. So it's detected my system and it's recommending high end. I'm gonna click next. And I think this is the new feature about this game. It's got satellite data streaming, so it basically streams as you fly through from point to point. They will stream the map using satellite data. All right, so I'm gonna choose this. Next. So it's asking have a data cap. It will limit my speed and so on. Right, just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna be using mouse and keyboard. That's fine. I'm not sure what this is. Probably some graphics settings. I'll just take the recommended medium setting. Right, here goes. Now I've seen preview. Just give me a sec. Checking my video. Yep, okay, I'm good now. Okay, this is a world map, and there's a crucible. Not sure what that is. Flight training activities, and a welcome. So I guess I'm going for flight training because the last time I played this game was a very old version, probably more than 10 years ago. Basic controls and cameras. So let's click this one. Get to know your aircraft environment. This will allow you to explore different views, pitch and roll the aircraft, skew the direction and yaw with the rudder, add or reduce power with the throttle. Take 8 minutes for this training. Fly. Says here in the training we will learn about the following: aileron, flaps, rudder, and elevator. So I've seen the preview videos of this game. It just looks awesome, very realistic as you fly from one airport to So if you have a PC and you subscribe to the Xbox Game Pass for PC, you can play this game for free now. Okay, ready to fly. Alright, let's go. Now give me a sec. I'm gonna see whether I can change this to a full screen. General. Display mode. Right, changing to screen. Changes. Alright, this looks awesome. Apply and save. Back.
Welcome to flight training. I'm your instructor, Captain Molina, but you can just call me Jess. This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good? First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Don't worry, I've got the stick while you get your bearings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today. This is Red Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it?
Just following the instructions, you hold on control, you press left, and you see this awesome view to the left. You let go, and if you press right, that's the view on the right side. So apparently the instructor is flying the plane, so there's no need to fly the plane. I think the view on the left is better, so I'm gonna hold on to this view. So I'm not sure where this is, but this is a real place on planet Earth. The satellite data is simulating this this scenery that you're seeing here. I have no idea where this is, but it's it looks awesome from the air. Okay, so it says the next set of instructions: use left, right, up and down. Oh, yep. Oh, cool. So that's right, and I can hold on to the right mouse button to do this. Okay, cool. That's nice. We've got some houses here. And then after that, it's instructing you to save a custom camera. Pressing the yeah, it's asking you to preset some custom camera view. Well, I don't think I need to do that. I'll just stick with my free look over here. Right, that's nice. Yeah, so if I was sitting in a real plane, this is what I would do. I'll be looking at this view. And when the plane turns or tilts towards the right, I'll basically look towards the right. I think I can move to the right and I can do this. Yep. So I think we're reaching a small city. Lots of low-rise buildings. Definitely not New York. Maybe this is, Texas. Yeah, I don't think Texas look like this. So according to what I read about this game, all these houses, every one is a real house. I'm not sure about the vehicles, but like this one, this car park, this is a real car park. And these parks and the greens and the land here is all real. Okay, looks like I've got to follow the instructions, else it's not going to move forward to the next set of instructions. So it says here to press Control, Alternate and 1. Okay, so I save this as a custom view, then I get back to the pilot view by pressing Control Space. Right, that's the default view. Alternate 1 to recall the saved
See
view.
if you can spot the Sedona Airport.
Okay,
The
cool.
runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
Now next, hold S to focus on the Sedona Airport.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
Okay, alright.
Now that we're oriented,
Now I'm gonna move.
it's your turn. Time to fly.
Alright, that's the airport.
The first control on our training list is the yoke. I still remember my first instructor saying the yoke is like a steering wheel. Almost. Sure, you can turn, but you can also pitch. For starters, it controls the ailerons. And the ailerons, they allow the plane to roll and bank into turns. Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
Alright, so move the yoke gently right to roll your aircraft. Numeric 6. Like that? No. I've got to press num lock,
Go
I think.
ahead and try rolling to the right.
Oh, there you go. Whoa.
Nice. Now let's
Reduce
see
it.
you level back out.
Use the yoke to set the plane straight. Now 4. Okay, I've got to set the plane straight.
Good. Of course, the yoke also controls the elevator. And the elevator affects the plane's pitch, right? Pull back on the stick, the plane starts to climb. Give it a shot. The most valuable things in aviation are speed and altitude. But notice, when you're pitching up, your speed is decreasing. You could add more power. Or for now, let's just pitch down.
Okay, pitch down. Nose down. Gently push.
Just like that, your speed's picking up again as the nose pitches down. As you level back out, let's talk about another control, the rudder. side-to-side movement, also known as yaw. On the ground, those pedals are gonna steer the plane left or right. Up here, they properly align us during turns. Try them out and watch the plane's nose skew to either side. You left the training airspace, you need to go back. Try them out and watch the plane's nose skew to either side.
Right, use the rudder numeric 0 to skew the nose. Okay.
Simple enough, right? Before we go on, let's bring the plane back to straight up flight. Make sure your dashboard is aligned 3 to 4 inches below the horizon for a cruise attitude. Okay, the last thing we're gonna cover is the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. Let's see what happens when you cut all the power.
Oh. Use throttle level to cut the power. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna crash.
You left the training airspace, you need to go back. Let's see what happens when you cut all the power.
Oh no, I'm gonna crash. I'm
Left
gonna
the training
crash.
airspace, you need to go back.
I'm not sure how to decrease the throttle, cut the power.
You left the training airspace, you need to go back.
No.
Let's see what happens when you cut all the power.
Right. How do I cut the power? Yeah, let's check the settings. Controls. Keyboard. Okay. Let's look for power. Engine controls. This other camera. This is drone. What's the power? Let's try this. Nope. Oh, no. Got to be on the keyboard. Brakes. Flight control. Landing gear. Lights. Radio. No. Power. Yeah. Okay. Power. Throttle. Right. So that's throttle. Okay. Cut the throttle. F1. Decrease F2 and increase is F3. Right. F1 to cut. Let's try it.
Surprise, surprise, our altitude is decreasing. This might be a good time for a piloting PSA. Always keep an eye on your surroundings, because nobody likes a low-flying duck. Alright, let's go ahead and throttle back up. There you go. Speed is increasing, and as long as we maintain the same attitude, our altitude will keep climbing too. You're really getting the hang of your controls. Before long, you won't even need a co-pilot. Until then, if you want help with the radio or checklists or simply flying the plane, I'll be here. You can pass me the controls when you're ready to finish your session, or keep flying. It is a great day after all. All right, I have control. Good job.
Alright, cool. Finished my first training. Restart next training. Okay, next training. Continue. So the next training is to learn about the airspeed indicator, altitude indicator, altimeter, turn and slip indicator, and the heading indicator, variometer, and tachometer. Okay, it's probably all this stuff on the here. So this one. Number one is the airspeed. That's the speed. Number two is the altitude. Number three is the altimeter. I'm not sure what this is. Altimeter, yeah, probably an indicator of how high you are. Sedona, AZAC, I think. Not sure what AZAC is. Arizona, maybe. Okay, ready to fly.
Today we're talking about attitudes of flight, how your plane is oriented relative to the horizon. If you look outside, you can see the cockpit is just about 4 inches below the horizon line. We're flying straight with a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Let's see how it reads on your instruments.
Alright, to focus on instruments, press Ctrl 1. Okay.
Take a look at the attitude indicator. As the name implies, it's current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below. That orange element in the middle, aligned with the horizon, that's your plane. Just like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level. Okay, now let's see how much power the engine's generating. Check your tachometer. Looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute. Combined, attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance. Which leads us to your airspeed indicator. Now, last but not least, check your altimeter. To figure out your altitude, you always want to read the small needle first. That's how many thousands of feet up you are. Then on to the big needle for the hundreds. With our current attitude and power output, we're holding a speed of 90 knots and a stable altitude of 6,000 feet. But that's about to change. Take the stick when you're ready.
Alright, 1 means 10,000 meters, I guess. Looks like we're losing altitude. Alright, let's go back to flying. Return to the normal view.
Pull back slightly on the yoke to raise the nose just above the horizon line. About 2 inches. Make sure you don't pitch up too much, or the angle will be too steep to create lift. Alright, go full throttle and start climbing.
Throttle F3, F3.
Welcome to the climb. See how it shows up on your attitude indicator and tachometer? According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed even at full throttle, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. Okay, before we go on, let's get back to a cruise attitude. Ease up on the yoke and aim your nose just below the horizon. Then throttle back down to 2300 RPMs. Nice job. We're now set up with this similar lesson. Next up is the descent attitude. Start by reducing your RPMs to 1800. Then drop the plane's nose a bit further below the horizon.
I'm gonna reduce the throttle to 100 RPM. Where's that? No, that's no good. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Reduce.
As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing, while our speed is picking up. Why don't you get us back to a cruise attitude, and we'll hit the last part of our lesson. There we go. Now that we know how to cruise, climb, and descend, let's talk about the turn attitude. Gently pull the yoke left or right to start rolling the plane. If you take a look outside, you can see how our attitude's changed, but you can also check your instruments for the details. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each. Use them to control your roll. Notice the more you turn, the more you need to pull back on the yoke to maintain altitude. When you're rolling out, you'll need to do the opposite. Roll and push at the same time. The more you know about the main attitudes of flight, the closer you get to that pilot state of mind. So keep practicing, and whenever you're done, pass me the controls. Thanks, I've got control now. Well done.
Alright, finished my second tutorial. I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna stop this stream. I might stream again later for the third tutorial. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. You can play this for free if you buy the Xbox Game Pass on PC. It's only $4 a month, and you've got tons of games that you can play.